So this is a special Easter edition. I've typed hummingbird in Adobe stock, found a hummingbird which I'm going to download here, and then I will drag it out. So there's my hummingbird. By selecting the hummingbird, making sure it's up on the reference point here, I'll scale it down to about 50%, and I will just crop the box so it is small enough that I can see the hummingbird. Now I want the hummingbird to fly in, so this will mean I first want to free the hummingbird from the background by going into Objects, Clipping Path, and under the options there I am going to choose to preview that one and change to Detect Edges, and I can restrict it to the frame. And I will also do one more thing. I'm actually going to go into Objects, Clipping Path, and convert clipping path to frame. So if I want this one to fly in, the simplest way would just be to take the animation panel here, and I could go in Fly In from right to current location. I can see what it would look like, and I have the hummingbird flying in. I don't want any fading hummingbird, so I'm changing the setting to none there and trying it again, and now my hummingbird is flying in. A hummingbird to fly needs to flap its wings. So I'm actually going to have to undo a little bit and separate the bird itself from its wings. It sounds a little bit cruel, but I want to move the wing independently of the hummingbird. I will undo that one, and I will take it out just before I add the animation to the hummingbird. So now I have my hummingbird. I will make a copy of it. So I'm just going to hold down my Option key and drag it. So let me zoom in on the first hummingbird. The direct selection. Now I can see the path is selected. I take my pencil and I will just draw the body straight across like so. So there I have a hummingbird with no wings. Let's see if we have the smooth tool here. We can just sort of touch that along and we make sure, okay, let's smooth this out a little bit. And I can keep on doing that, touch it up. And over here we have the second hummingbird. And this time I take my pencil. Sorry, there's the pencil. And this time I will actually draw from the wing, and I'm wanting just to free the wing here. One section now which is a wing, and one section which is a bird. Before I animate this one, I think there's a point down here which is, so I need to sort of get hold of this little path here. Okay. Make a new layer. Call it bird. And I will move my two objects onto the bird layer. And then I can see where the extra point is. So you see that point there? That's the one I want to get rid of. Now I selected it and I delete it. And now I can see this is the only object that I have left. Perfect. That's the way I want it. Now what I want to do is to flap this wing, right? So let me just put it where I would like to have it. I want the wing to be above the bird, and I will just click on this one and rename it to wing. Like that. And then position it where the wing should be. And I'm actually cheating here a little bit because I'm using the watermark to place the wing. So there we have the wing. Now I want to animate the wing. And how do I want to animate the wing? Well, actually I want the wing to flap. I want to actually rotate the whole bird. So I'm going to select both together here. And I will rotate the bird so that the wing is actually going vertically. Here I can choose my animation, and I will choose the animation as I'll try the dance movement. That's probably going to work, and I want the reference point to be the bottom point down here. Yeah, so we see this is going to bounce it like that. If I change the reference point to there, yeah, it's flying now. You see it flying. And we will loop this one. It's a little bit irregular, but it's definitely better than what we had. Let's pause that there, and I'll close the window. Now I want to group these ones. So what I have now is a group of a hummingbird and a dancing wing, right? So I still have the animation. Now I will take the whole group here and I will rotate the group like so. That's sort of where I want the hummingbird to be. And now I want to fly the hummingbird in, so I will use the preset, this time on the whole group. Let's just call this bird group. And from my animations panel, fly in from right. I have to remember which one is left and right. And if I want to change that path just a little bit, because I'm into customization mode for myself, I'll just select the image, select the path, then with the white arrow key I can then use the pen tool, add an anchor point here with a plus sign, hold my option key down, and that will bring out my handles, and then I'll switch to the direct selection and move the path here till I get a bend. Let's have the bend like so. So it's going to fly in, but also at an angle. It started flapping the wings and then it starts flying in, right? And it's still hovering over here. I can go into my timing panel, and from the timing panel I'm saying the wing and the bird group, I want them to be linked together so they start at the same time. And let's look at that again. And you see the wing is hovering over there.